Hi, this is Scott with Android Guys. I'm here with Luke.
Hey, everybody.
Luke, it's time to talk about another mobile virtual network operator.
MVNO.
Or maybe a prepaid carrier.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these carriers that we talk about, I think generally the public thinks of them as prepaid carriers.
Right.
But these are actually carriers who use the network infrastructure from some of the bigger carriers. So everybody's familiar with T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T.
Right.
But not everybody is as familiar with carriers like Boost Mobile and Cricket.
Right.
And the one we'll talk about today, Metro.
Mm-hmm.
These are companies that exist, that have their own infrastructure, their own billing, their own customer service.
Yeah.
They just don't provide their own wireless towers.
Right.
So they license that from another carrier.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Metro, in this case, is actually officially known as Metro by T-Mobile.
Sure.
But we'll call them Metro. Some people may remember them as Metro PCS.
Yeah. So that was early days back when it was prepaid.
Yeah.
For the most part.
So we're going to discuss a few things about Metro and kind of give listeners an understanding of some things maybe they didn't know about the carrier, if they have seen it, commercials, maybe online advertisements. Some things might pop up as to, what are they? What makes them different? Is it somebody I should be considering?
Sure.
So some of the things to consider with an MVNO are that, again, you're not using the towers, the network from their own. So they're going to kind of play second fiddle to, when it comes to times of congestion.
Right.
Or peak times when there's just a lot of usage, maybe in a certain area. Sometimes they will, consumers may find themselves slowed, but these are usually very sporadic.
Yeah.
Or not going to happen a lot. And they're not going to be, the kind of thing where you're like, yeah, every Thursday through Sunday, I don't have, my data just goes down. But these are things that you should know about MVNOs. And that's not exclusive to Metro. This is kind of a universal truth for that. So, Luke, let's talk specifically about Metro. And as we've done with a bunch of other carriers, we have 7 questions we've come up with to kind of better get to know these carriers. So, if you're ready,
let's do it.
I'll jump right in. Luke, Metro by T-Mobile. What network do they use?
Well, if you couldn't guess, it's T-Mobile.
Yes.
Yeah, so they'll use any T-Mobile service area. So anywhere you would have T-Mobile service, you would also have Metro service if you go with Metro.
Okay. So to follow up with that, does that include 5G?
It does. Yeah. So anywhere that there is 5G through T-Mobile, you would get 5G through Metro. And that's actually every plan they offer has mobile data, 5G.
Yeah. All right. So tell me a little bit about those rate plans.
Sure. So they start at $40 a month. That gets you unlimited talk, text, and data. And then it goes up from there, but the things that get added, since you already have unlimited everything for the $40 a month, for $50 a month, they give you 5 gigs of hotspot and 100 gigs on, Google One.
Okay.
And then for $60 a month, you get that, you get 15 gigs of hotspot access.
Okay.
100 gigs of Google One and Amazon Prime. So that's an interesting thing because a lot of times with MVNOs, where you save money is you don't get all those extra perks.
Yeah, that's one of the the main draws to an MVNO is I don't need all the extra stuff that come with these tier 1 providers.
Right. But Metro is interesting because most people would use Amazon.
Sure.
And with Amazon Prime membership going up in the last year, this might be an interesting option for somebody. If you don't need a phone that does a whole lot of stuff, if you maybe have T-Mobile already, and if you're thinking, hey, I'm going to get Amazon Prime anyway,
right?
It's $20 extra a month than you would pay for the phone service, but you're also getting that hotspot access and a Google One membership.
Right.
That might be cost effective for somebody.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. It one of those things where you're looking at $10, $12, dollars a month just for the Amazon Prime.
Right.
So if you're just kind of paying that monthly and you're not doing the annual subscription,
right,
that might be something where you look at it and go, well, for a delta of about $8 a month, I'm also going to get this.
Right.
So, okay. Do they offer other options? Like, do they do family plans? Or
yeah. So you can add multiple lines for, but it's essentially just an extra charge of a rate plan. So like 2 lines for that $40 a month would be $80 for the month.
Okay.
And you would have unlimited talk, text, and the 5G data. Now they do have one lower rate plan. It's $30 a month, and that gets you unlimited talk and text and 5 gigs of 5G data.
Okay.
So that's an option in case you don't want a lot of data. You don't feel like you're going to use a lot, but kind of their starting point looks like from what they push people to or recommend is that $40 a month with the unlimited everything.
Okay. So I'm looking at their website here, and I do see a couple of things that say get 4 lines, like the $40 a month plan. Get 4 lines for $100 when you switch in store only. So do they have, this sounds like a limited time promotion. Are there any other types of deals that they offer?
So they have different phone deals. So sometimes, like I know one they're running as of right now is there's a handful of handsets that are free if you switch over to Metro. So they have those deals. They also have, since it's through T-Mobile, their Metro subscribers get access to T-Mobile Tuesdays, which is an app that gives you different discounts from different nationwide retailers or food vendors or different things. Sure. Every Tuesday there's a different perk. So you also get access to those. And then the other thing is they also are a part of the federal Affordable Connectivity Program. So if you qualify for that, you can sign up and actually save a decent amount per month on your rate plan.
Okay.
I think, for instance, that $30 plan with the 5 gig is free.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So
if you're using that and you qualify for it, definitely check that out.
Yeah.
Even if you're just like, I just need some basic connection.
Right.
I just want to be able to get a hold of people or have people get a hold of me.
Yeah.
So if I'm considering switching, I saw, it said this had the rate plan was when you switch in store only. Do they have stores?
Yeah, they do. So there are Metro stores. There are a lot of authorized retailers. So whether that's just a cell phone, sometimes you'll see a cell phone store that offers a couple different carriers. So those would be an authorized retailer. And then they also are in some big box or online.
Gotcha. Now, if I go to the store or if I'm online and I decide, I'm thinking about switching, am I able to keep the phone that I have?
Yeah. So they have on their website on metrobytmobile.com, you can go and check if your phone will work with Metro PCS.
Okay.
Or sorry, Metro by T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Chances are it will because it's a GSM network. Most of the phones now, if it takes a SIM card, chances are it probably will work.
Yeah.
But you can always go on their website and check your phone specifically to know for sure.
Okay. In the off chance that my phone's not compatible, or if I decide, hey, I'm ready to say goodbye to this one that I have and I want to get a new device.
Sure.
Can I buy a phone from them?
Yeah, you can. They offer a decent selection, whether you want to go with Android or an iOS device. Most of the devices are about a season behind. Okay. So if you're looking at like a new phone that just came out, maybe a new flagship or something like that, you're not going to get it from Metro. But since you can bring a device, chances are you could buy something like that unlocked from the manufacturer from somebody else and then bring it to Metro.
Okay.
But they do offer phones, but they aren't the newest phones.
Gotcha. Okay. So this was a good way to kind of give listeners a 30,000 foot view of a carrier and help them understand, like, maybe I'm leaning this way and I needed to know a few more things about them, or I've seen them and I know zero about them. You can go to the website and learn more. You can also find a lot of other websites and services out there that will actually review and even score them.
Yeah.
There are outlets that specialize in that. You can also find, forums. Reddit is a nice place if you're looking for things to learn more about them as well. So that is Metro by T-Mobile.
Yep.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster and Twitter as SWebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.